Greetings! I am Herbert Erpaderp, and once again, Ask a Herbert Erpaderp descends upon us. Prepare for questions and answers. Last week on Discord, which you should definitely check out, General Spade said that it was his birthday on Ask a Herbert Erpaderp Day last week, but he mentioned it after the video was rendered and uploaded. Either way, here's a belated happy birthday. I hope it was an excellent day. I'm not singing. That would be cruel. Also, just as a note, if you have something that you feel needs to be in Ask a Herbert Erpaderp, don't leave it too late to tell me. The videos go public on Thursdays, but it does go up for patrons on Wednesday nights, so I normally pull the questions and work on responses and stuff during the day on Wednesday. I know it seems like a simple video to do, but it does still take some time to prepare. Smoes said, have you ever watched The Big Les Show on YouTube? I have not. I did check it out briefly after reading the question, but it didn't really grab me, so I didn't watch it all. Burner581 said, which model did you enjoy painting the most, regardless of if it was on-screen or off-screen? I really enjoyed doing the Pink Panther, just because it was something fun and different. I also remember quite enjoying painting the Flames of Warthog too as well. I do get quite a lot of enjoyment from painting, despite what some people might assume. So it's kind of hard to qualify which model I enjoyed painting more than the others. Top Bunk Productions said, in the Warlord Mouse video, my attention kept being drawn to your adorable little critter with the gap in its ear. What is its name and gender, and how is it doing? That's Frank, and he's a very good boy. He's obviously a male, and he's doing quite well. Smoes said, with a model, do you ever just think that it looks awful so you think, why do I bother? I guess I don't usually get to the why do I bother point, but I would say the fit of the Airfix Bismarck was pretty awful. I did that before I'd started making videos, so I just didn't bother finishing it. I guess stuff like the Resonant Metal Hetzer by Warlord and the Airfix Calliope are some that I immediately think of when asked this question. Sneaky Zaku said, I wonder if you had looked at the idea of the tanks range to review some of the plastic kits that come from it. They are identical to the larger platoon boxes you buy for Flames of War, only in a coloured, yet high quality, much improved from the starter set, plastic sprue, but at a far reduced price point. Have you considered looking at these kits as a way of reviewing multiple vehicles that have come out from Flames of War that you don't necessarily want whole armies of, but are still interested in seeing the quality of the models and so forth? I have actually considered that, but just haven't done so yet. Normally I pick stuff up that I think I would like to use in an army someday, so I don't really mind buying platoons of them. I am probably going to do that with things like the SU-100, of which I already have enough of the Flames of War plastic kit built and painted. I just haven't got around to doing that review yet. I've not really bought a lot of Flames of War stuff lately. It can be a bit of a pain if I'm honest. The online store that I like to buy from won't stock them, so they don't get added impulsively to my order when I need to buy paint and stuff, for example. Also, I believe you can buy individual sprues from Flames of War too. I might be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure you can. And that might also be another option, albeit one that doesn't include a box or anything extra. Jihad Teppo said, is there a picture of you shaven, or is it for the ladies' eyes only? I'm sure there's at least one picture of me clean shaven, though I don't have it in my possession. I don't think I've actually been clean shaven for more than a couple of days in the last 10 years or so, probably closer to 15 years, so such a picture is going to be very rare. Also, I don't shave for the ladies either. If they don't like beards, I don't like them. Punky Ryan said, could you show us your stash of built and unbuilt models, at least the boxes, and your tooling stuff? Well, I don't manufacture models, so I don't have any tooling. I don't really have any fancy tools set up or anything like that. I've got the tools I use most frequently in the little holder thing for my convenience so that I can take them wherever I'm going, but the rest are just stored around the place in boxes or drawers, nothing really exciting. And I don't think that I really have any special tools that most other modelers don't have too. But mostly I just couldn't be bothered cleaning up enough to show the messy areas where my tools are. I have shown my storage for built models previously, and I'm way too lazy to unpack everything that I've built and set it up to film it. It would be different if I had all my models in display cases or something like that. It would be really nice if I had the space for display cases. Then I'd be all too happy to show them off. Anyway, here's some video of what passes for my stash. There's a bunch more stuff stored in tubs, which is mostly War Machine and Malifaux and other blister packs, just like you can see here in this top drawer. Ratto said, "What kind of microwave do you have? Is it a good microwave?" 4 people reacted with what looks like a confused emote, but I think it's an amusing question, certainly something out of the ordinary. I have a Sanyo microwave of some variety. I suppose it's good, it works and hasn't exploded. Yet. Plaid Squid 41030 said, "Is your refrigerator running? If so, how are you planning on catching it?" God damn it, you kids and your prank call, messages. Get off my lawn. Ryan Toe said, "Have you tried World of Warships?" I have. I played it quite a lot a couple of years ago, and I did maybe 10 videos about it. I do still play it from time to time now. In fact, I believe I even streamed it once. I just don't usually feel the urge to play it all that often. One of the main reasons I don't play it so much is because my friends want to play other things. And other than streaming, almost all of my gaming time is spent playing with my friends. And I don't really spend a lot of time gaming lately anyway. But yes, I have tried it and I do still play it from time to time. Lily Markham said, "More mice videos?" I do think that would be a good idea. After all, my 25 days of baby mice video is doing quite well. Trouble is, it's kind of hard to capture them doing anything particularly exciting on camera, but if I do think of something, or manage to capture something worth making a video about, I certainly will do so. Lucas Hag said, "Which tabletop World War II wargame is easier to get into as a beginner? Flames of War or Bolt Action?" To be honest, I think they're both about as easy as each other to get into. They have their differences, but you can start both quite slowly and figure the rules out by playing games with small forces and such. The main difference, I think, is the turns. Flames of War being I go, you go, repeat, and Bolt Action having a random order dice turn system. Also, Bolt Action infantry is just one man, whereas Flames of War infantry is a few men on one base. Maybe someone who plays more than I do would have some more insight, but I feel like they aren't all that different. Personally, I enjoy Bolt Action a little more right now, mostly because I like the random order dice. Gmias Briada said, "You lied. You said these were all the questions for this week, but you forgot mine." I didn't lie. In this case, my statement was more to indicate that the part of the video with the questions is over. I've never once said that I would answer all questions submitted, and while I do usually make an effort to do that, I certainly don't have any obligation to. I think in the first Ask a Herbert Erpaderp, I said something to the effect of, "I won't answer questions that I feel are getting a bit too personal," and I don't feel like I should need to repeat that every video. I'm not especially interested in giving out personal information, and I'm suspicious of people who try to push for it. I do quite like my privacy, and I would like that to be respected. Chud Chudsley, which I still think is quite a good name, said, "Are you going to play Sea of Thieves? It's pretty cool. It looks like a lot of fun. My friends and I could have a blast with it and do all kinds of stupid things, but I don't think I'll be getting it unless it becomes significantly cheaper. I believe the price is $60 US, which is a little under 80 Australian dollars, but the price of the game is $100 Australian. Well, $99.95, which might as well be $100. That's an extra $20 more than the exchange rate would suggest because of reasons. For a digital product, that can fuck right off. There's no way that game is worth $100. I haven't asked, but I'm quite sure that my friends will not want to pay $100 for it either, and I feel like it wouldn't be as fun to play solo. That said, it does look like a pretty rad game, and I was quite amused that their Day 1 patch was an in-game eye patch. Maybe one day I'll play it, but I won't hold my breath. And that's it for the questions this week. Model time! Model time, model time. Hey everybody, it's model time. First, Gentleman shared something a little bit different. This is a fictional German Kriegslok. Kriegslok. That's a good word. It seems it was never actually built, or maybe built but destroyed by bombing. Either way, it's interesting to see in model form. It's kind of like a paper panzer, but a locomotive. This one is by Marklin in 1/87th scale, HO scale I believe, and it's very cool. A 1/76 scale Tiger II has been used for scale, though they're different scales, but it does give you an idea of how big this engine is. Ratto shared some new Infinity stuff because the embargo is over. Ratto is, I forget what the title is, one of those guys that demonstrates and promotes the game. So these are the new Japanese Separatist Army models. They look pretty cool. This final picture shows them all nice and ready for painting, and I do look forward to seeing them painted. Sneaky Zaku shared this Ewak Zack. I like the way that rolls off the tongue. As I understand it, Gundams usually come pre-coloured, and Sneaky Zaku wasn't entirely satisfied with this colouring, so here he's begun adding some highlights, but only on the head and giant dish so far. But it's looking good. I think the highlights add quite a lot. The red stripe is a good touch too. And in these pictures the highlighting continues, and a cat's tail appears. I would kind of like to see more of the cat too. I like cute animals. I'm not the biggest fan of Gundam, but this does look pretty cool. That big dish is really weird and interesting. Jihad Teppo has shared the beginnings of a small diorama for 1/35th scale tanks. I'd love to see this as it progresses, so please do share. Mr. Avocado shared this Panther with custom turret. I would kind of like to see some closer pictures, just so I can better see what you've done. He's also shared this unpainted one, and it looks pretty cool. I rather enjoy seeing customizations that people come up with. It's always interesting. Outlook Cov, I think that's how you say the name, shared this Roboman. This is a frame arm kit. I'm not really aware of how that's different to Gundam, it looks kind of similar. Some dude shared this Airfix BF-109, and he states that he would buy this kit again. I'm kind of dubious about Airfix, but you really did get a good result here. Top Bunk Productions has shared some Plastic Soldier Company Panzer IVs that he made a couple of years ago. These look pretty cool, and you've done a variety of camo patterns too. Very good work. And here is some of Top Bunk Productions' newer work. This is a Peter Pig wrecked Panzer IV-H, featuring crispy fried tank mans. This is really well done. I like how the scorched area fades into a rusty brown colour and then into the unburnt paint. Very good attention to detail. And that's all the modelling photos this week. I haven't shared absolutely everything here, so there's still some pictures and conversation to be checked out in the channel. Maybe while you're there you can share something cool too. That would be rad. Before I go, Omar Bailey has become my newest patron. So here's a big thank you to you, Omar. I really appreciate your support. If you want to be rad like Omar Bailey, head on over to patreon.com/Herbert Erpaderp and click the buttons and type the things that enable you to become a patron. You'll get to see my videos a little bit early, along with some other patrony things. And if you haven't already, it would be really cool if you were to subscribe to me here on YouTube, follow me on social media, and watch me live stream on Twitch. Links to all of those things are in the description below. As always, I shall return soon, so until then, be excellent to each other and thanks for watching. Farewell.